What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Y'all let me know you in the building. Who in this piece? I feel like talking. Hey, Uncle. How you doing? Just popping on. I didn't have a plan to come on here, but let me know if you can hear me, Uncle. I can't see who else is on. Please chime in the comments. And if you are using Facebook and you don't give StreamYard.com permission to access your comments, it won't show up to me. And I was made aware today that someone had made a comment reaching out to me in a previous episode, and I didn't respond because I haven't seen it, and I still have not seen that comment. So please know that I am not seeing your comments. I'm trying to look at Facebook on my phone so that I can make sure I don't miss anybody, but it's kind of hard to be here and engaged in the chat as well as here engaged in this chat. So if you could do that, StreamYard.com, or go on YouTube. YouTube gives me love. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? I know it's not my normal time or day. I'm trying to give Facebook's algorithm a chance to wake up on my profile because I hardly ever go live on Thursday. This is my second time on a Thursday. Make sure that you give me a subscribe on YouTube, the Blowing Bubbles podcast. Look for my lady with the orange, yellow, and green background and the little afro. Subscribe. Please share and share some more. Watch some videos, man. Just even if you're just working out, if you're at work at your desk and you can't even have the phone out, I don't even care. Just let that thing play and play all my videos. And that way I can get my viewership and my engagement up. Comment on those videos. Give me 3 or 4 words. Let's get this momentum going. This is really a movement. The Blowing Bubbles podcast is on a mission to change some lives. And I didn't plan to go on here. I was just a guest on another podcast earlier. And they had the shout out to my sisters at the Ladies Den podcast. They had me on there, but they were talking about some interesting subjects that kind of touched me personally. And one of the ladies from that show posted that Harvey Weinstein's conviction was overturned today. Hey, Jamie. What's up, girl? Yes, Harvey Weinstein's conviction was overturned today. Can you confirm that you can hear me, Jay? Yep. Okay, you can hear me. Great. Yes, that bothered me. it really bothered me on so many levels for so many reasons. One of the things that is bothersome is because so many women fought internal battles for so many years before they had the courage to speak up. And not just in this particular case, but how many women will now not speak up because they feel like if a man has enough money, he can just get away with it and it's going to be overturned. Um, there was so much evidence against this guy. I can't imagine what the grounds for overturning the conviction are. There's so many things that the justice system sways for some and not for others. Right now, Sean Combs, Puffy, P. Diddy, whatever he's going by today, he's being dragged. I'm certain that he won't get the same kind of justice. Hey, Deborah Jean. Hit me in my inbox, please, Deborah. I was told that you had commented. If you were trying to reach out to me, if you needed to speak to me directly, inbox me your phone number and I will gladly call you and talk to you. Yes. So that bothers me. It took decades for this man to even be brought to justice, and he was not. He's been in prison for 4 years, and I don't discount 4 years of anybody sitting in a cage. However, for the number of cases, the charges against him, the complaints, and the broad knowledge of his misconduct, to put it nicely, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that they, hey Jay, Joy Baby. It's unfortunate that he's out celebrating like he just won the Stanley Cup or something. And his attorney's like, yeah, he's got friends in prison. I don't know what y'all feeling about this, but I need some dialogue. I think that it was hard enough for enough people to not only speak up. I can't imagine how the first woman who came forward feels, but to stand in a fight and to be ridiculed and ostracized, even criticized for how dare you have a career and then complain. Hey Aaron, what's up, AJ? Yeah, his sentence, he wasn't supposed to even get out of prison like ever. His conviction was overturned on appeal by the New York State Supreme Court. And that just happened today. It was breaking news. I don't understand how something like that could happen. From everything that I remember reading and saying, he was convincingly convicted. There's so many women who endure egregious offenses. The entertainment industry is full of dirtbags. There's probably fewer legitimately 100% good people with regard to sexual immorality in the music and the entertainment industry, period, than there are people who are, there's probably more creeps than good guys. Just say it like that. I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't know what to do. It has nothing to do with me, but I definitely want to. Harvey Weinstein, AJ, his conviction was overturned. I before I went live, I kept trying to attach the video clip, but this, y'all know I'm not the. I did good to get all my sound together. My microphone and my camera are cooperating right now. I have a nice little setup. My lights are doing the lighting. So I don't know, but you can easily, if you type HAR, I'm sure it's going to come up in Google. Like his conviction was overturned, and his lawyer said somebody handed him a paper in jail today, and it just had 2 sentences, and he found out he was overturned. His conviction was overturned, and he was free. And yeah, he's got friends in jail, and I'm like, is he for real? Yeah, when you see it, you're gonna be disgusted. Probably. I know I was. I literally just heard about this within the last 30 minutes, and I had to jump on. I just needed to like, what is going on? How, Sway? I need answers. Yes, Jay, we need to do some research on this mess. Like, what in the world? How many other convictions in New York? New York, you set a dangerous precedent. You can't skate on Harvey and then come after Puffy. What you doing? What you doing? As far as legal precedent goes, and I'm not, listen. Anybody who's a victim, don't come at me with mess, because I'm not saying that one should get away because the other got away. What I'm saying, as far as legal precedent, how this judicial system is supposed to work. If these standards were now set by the Supreme Court of the state of New York, they apply to the next person being charged as well. So they're saying women were allowed to testify who were not supposed to be a part of his case. Thank you for that update, Jamisa. In that case, I don't know about allegations that weren't a part of his case. And any judge that made that admissible, like, I would question their integrity. Like, why would a judge allow that if the person had no valid reason to testify? I don't understand that. They're probably trying to mask prior bad acts. That would be my guess. Yes, it's bull. That would be my guess, that they're trying to mask prior bad acts and saying that a woman that had a case that he was not being charged for should not be able to testify in this case about what he did to her, because he did it to her, and that's not what he's being charged for. That's what it sounds like to me. If that's the case, I hate that with a passion. Again, the legal system applies. There's no equity in our justice system, and it's why so many people celebrate when one of us get off on something we know he probably did, because so many of us get railroaded, and so many others get ushered on out and sent home, or it's really sad. It's really sad. Big virtual hugs to all of those who have been victimized, who have been villainized in the media for speaking up. But this man is at the center of the Me Too movement. So if you don't know the background of the Me Too movement, it's this case. That's where it comes from. He violated that many people that he sparked a whole movement. Hashtag Me Too is all about Harvey Weinstein. That's where it started. There's a movie on Netflix with the reporter who broke the story open. And I believe she was from like another country, like Austria or something. She was assigned to one of his European offices, and she was like, See, they don't go for that. They weren't going for it in that country. Can't remember. Watch the movie if you care to look up on it. But it's very, very, very unfortunate. I'm gonna do some more digging. I'm getting ready to. I'm gonna take my a stab at this one, similar to the way that the regular network has broken down the YSL trial. If you have not tuned into the regular podcast, oh my goodness, and you care about that YSL trial, man, you can get blow by blow. Like court TV can't touch them. Like they're doing it. It's a young man. He's really doing it. T Cam, shout out, regular network, regular podcast. I also wanted to not just talk about that negativity, but you're gonna hear that from me again, because that's very near and dear to my heart. Why would you just overturn this man's conviction? But I do want to share some things that's going to be coming out from the Blowing Bubbles podcast. I linked up today with some amazing people. Anybody that wants to hear anything. So my 5 core passions that I stick to on this platform are love, service, business, music, and food. Everything that I talk about will be centered around one of them. So they're not trying to mask other things. What happens in this court is this. On a technicality, a case can be totally overturned if all the I's and all the T's with regard to specific case at hand are not crossed and dotted. Okay. Somebody dropped some big balls. I don't understand how such a high profile case could have been sloppily handled. We're gonna definitely dig into this one. AJ, stick around, brother. I hope you can. You sound like you have a little bit of knowledge there. Let's bring it. Let's bring it to the table and let's dissect this. This is kind of monumental, especially with so many others like just going. They're going hard at like one after another. I feel like the engine is, they pick and choose when they want to follow the letter of the law. Precisely. That's what I'm getting at. Let's see how they do Sean Combs. But knowing my 5 core passions, everything has to tie into one of those: love, service, business, music, food. And if you have a subject you want me to, look into or talk about, a guest that I should interview, I've been. Crazy thing is the things are picking up. I'm doing pre-recorded episodes now. People are literally coming out of the woodwork asking me, can they be on the show or can I interview? I had a very successful PR firm reach out to me and they want me to schedule 4 of their clients. That is huge. Last time it was sloppy because of public opinion. Public opinion was so loud that they moved too quickly to make something happen. Whew, okay, let's see how it plays out. Hey, Pooker, what's up, bro? So I met some amazing people today. Director of local chapter of the Small Business Administration. I attended a workshop. I didn't know what it was about. I just went to support a friend of mine who was a vendor, and they had a microphone and they passed the microphone around. And yes, my face, if you can tell, my face is still swollen, but it's going back. I just finished my last steroids today, so my face is still puffy. If you've ever been on steroids or you know anybody on steroids, kind of get the blowfish effect. So I got a little bit of that going on, but I'm grateful. I'm doing much better. Yes, I'm up. I am not looking like Quasimodo today. Perhaps playing devil's advocate, they deliberately allowed it to give him a way out as an official plea deal. I don't put nothing past the system. I don't either, Jay. I do not put anything past them folks. So I'm going to be having guests on the podcast who will be talking about how to get funding from the Small Business Administration, how to set up your business entities properly, where to get the resources, how to get certified as a minority-owned business, as a woman-owned business, a veteran-owned business, a woman veteran-owned business, a minority veteran woman-owned business. There's all these different certifications that you can get to help boost your standing to get even more funding from the government. And then how to get government contracts. Now, if you have a business that, and we're going to break it down and literally teach people how to go about setting up your entity, making sure that your tax liabilities are all in order, making sure that your NAICS codes. So if you know about, if you have a business, you will know that when you establish that entity, you have to select a code. It's like a 5 or 6 digit code under the Department of Labor, how they classify a business. So what you do and how to classify yourself so that you're more in line with what the federal, the state, the local government does. And this is something that is nationwide. So no matter where you're watching from, I know I got fam all over the place. If you have a business, or if you don't have a business and you want a business, if you want to subcontract, you might not be yet in the position to handle a large contract. You can be in a position to be a subcontractor to somebody who's already winning contracts, and you can slide in there and like, you know what? I see you paint all the courthouses in the state. Let me go on there and do all the cleanup on the website. I mean, on the job site, so that you can just keep it moving. Let me help your business be more efficient so that you can team up with businesses that are already getting contracts, and you don't even have to do as much of the paperwork and the preparedness process. You just have to have certain things in a row so that you're eligible to even be on these government jobs. And the money is there, man. There's trillions with a T, trillions of dollars spent annually. Minority businesses, I was told, get some ridiculous amount, like $2 billion. And that's nationwide, 2 billion out of trillions. Where we can close the gap, where I'm able to bridge that gap, stick with your girl. We're going to get this business. We're going to start having virtual and in-person business workshops. I want to make sure that my people are all coming up. We're talking about legacies. We're talking about estate planning. We have literally, we're going to have a will writing party. Who's doing that? How many times are people, girl, you know, you're tomorrow, tomorrow's that thing in Buckhead if you want to go, Jay. I think you should be there. How many people, how many families, have to submit a GoFundMe request to bury their loved ones? How many families don't know what to do when they do inherit something? How many families fight over stuff when there is something to leave behind? How many of you understand that you don't have to go through the probate process? How many of you know what the probate process is? The probate court is Debo. Let me break this down. You die, you got $1 million liquid, $1 million in the bank. You got a house that's paid for, it's worth $300,000. That's 1.3. You got 3 cars. They total $100,000. So you're looking at $1.31 million. You know how much of that the probate court is going to take? Almost half. Let that sink in. So what my squad and I are being very intentional about is spreading the knowledge, letting people understand how to avoid those things. It's not even something that's illegal. These loopholes, they're not even loopholes. They're just flat out codes, tax codes, laws, state laws, federal laws. They're just things that are in place that we haven't pursued these things. I want everybody that I know, hey mom, I want everybody that I know, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I want everybody that I know to never again be eligible for a tax refund. That might sound goofy. I want everybody that I know to never again be eligible for a tax refund. Yep. Now, start coming through some of these workshops and learning why I say that. Man, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I haven't gotten a tax refund since 2012. And it feels great. It feels good. 2012. Man, that's a long time ago. So when you know better, you can do better. And it does require, if you're not eligible for, the reason that I say I don't want you to be eligible for a tax refund, because that means you have elevated your tax brackets. That means you've elevated your tax bracket. That means you now need a business to offset your tax liability. Tap in, man. Tap in. You want to tap in right now? What's up? My brother said he got something to add. What's up, AJ? I don't know if I know how to add you. You got my phone number, right? Text me. I can add you on the stream. This is all solo. Y'all know I'm solo. Let me know if you're trying to tap in now, because this is through StreamYard. This is not on Facebook Live, directly on Facebook Live. I can send you, matter of fact, I can copy. Oh, he said not yet. Okay. Let's plan it. I was getting ready to inbox you a link. Don't play with me, man. I'll put you on the spot. Because see, this is something that I have learned through experience, and I have learned a lot of things through just going to seminars and studying and reading. So this is not my area of expertise. Anybody who has an area of expertise, let's get it. Come on. I want the people with the knowledge. I'm going to bring people. Look, I got all these SBA. I don't know why I grabbed them like I was going to read all this stuff to you, but there are trillions, T as in Tom, as in thank me later, trillions of dollars. And I want, man, if it's $1 trillion in the swimming pool that I jump into, guess what? I know I can fall into 100 million. Imagine if 100 people that I know in my family, in my sphere of influence, all stumbled into, and let's just be realistic and say the next 10 years, and we stumbled into $100 million net worth, 100 people that I know. What does that ripple effect look like to our community? If we all start to think like this, what does that look like to our community? The ripple effect of positive and upward projectivity of our community is infinite. 100 multimillionaires. That's what I want That's the impact that I want to have. When I first started, I can add information about what we as people can do to set us up, set us free in a way that's crazy. Man, let's have this conversation like sooner than later. Um, when I first set out on this podcast quest, I said I want to have the Oprah effect. And if you know about the Oprah effect, anything that she speaks about on her show, she used to speak about on her show, anything that she highlighted, a product, a service, an individual, their lives changed. People listen to Oprah. I want to have that same kind of impact, but always use my power for good. And I'm not saying what she does with her power. That's her. But I know that I can make a definite impact right here in my community, my direct geographical community, my direct family, my extended family. I mean, there's so many things. And I believe in, I'm a fisher of men. And I'm trying to create 100 me. I want to find 100 me. So that's how you have exponential growth, and that's how you have generational wealth, because you teach people to fish. I'm creating fishermen. And I'm starting with those who are, I mean, first of all, let me back it up. It's only one me. It's only one me. It's only one me. But in all seriousness, I want to find people who are like-minded, people who have the drive, people who have the ambition, people who have the heart for service. If you don't have a heart for service, you're going to likely be a little selfish somewhere. You're going to look at, you're not going to, and I'll spot you out quick and you'll weed yourself out. But I want the people who want to help the people. I always get poured into because I'm always looking to pour out. I don't even have to, I don't even know how I know all the things that I know and how I can do all the things that I can do. But I do remember that people were always pouring into me. And it is my duty and my obligation and my pleasure to reciprocate that. And I'm going to always be so richly blessed because I don't ever stop giving. Never stop giving. But I didn't want to be on here very long tonight. I'm so grateful that any and all of you who tuned in have done so. I appreciate you. Please, again, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, the Blowing Bubbles podcast. Look for the lady with the afro. She's blowing bubbles. Content is coming. It's going to be pre-recorded episodes, so I'm going to be more deliberate now in coming to you live regularly. I'll probably come live a couple times a week, and I'm so open to topics. I have to just constantly think of subjects. I was asked, I don't know, y'all give me some feedback. I was asked to talk about more edgy and controversial topics. I don't know what those topics would be. This is kind of one of them. But let me know what you want to hear. I don't script anything. Everything is off the top of my head. Whatever you want to talk about, I'm open to hear suggestions. I am definitely always looking to improve. So if you have any suggestions, man, tell me, hit me up, slide in that inbox, give me some ideas on what it is that people want. My idea for my target audience was mothers, and looking at my Google analytics through YouTube, mothers is not my biggest audience. Go figure. So I want to know what you guys want to talk about. What are your kids going through? What do you want for your children? Are you struggling? What are you struggling with? What can I help you with? What problem can I solve in your lives? That's what I want to know. What can we learn together? I'm always learning. I'm a constant learner. What can we learn together? I have a crap ton of resources. I know people from every profession you could imagine. What do you want to learn? What do you want to see? Where do you want to go? I'm traveling a lot. I'm traveling a lot. The book is getting ready to take me all over the daggone place. Phew. June 17th, Residue, Growing from Crushed to Crushing It. I'm really excited. I got my like marketing mock-ups today. So yeah, it's time to really prepare for that. Again, YouTube, subscribe, like, share, comment, please, and thank you. And go to residuebook.com and hit that pre-order link. It's coming. Residuebook.com. All right, you all. I am tired. I have a very long day tomorrow coming up. But I thank you for joining me. Let's follow this case, this Harvey Weinstein case. Let's figure out what's going on. We're going to get some legal. I might bring a lawyer on here real soon to have this conversation, so we can really break this thing down. And drop me some feedback. Let me know. Deborah Jean, hit me up, lady. Hit me up. I heard that you commented, and I didn't see it. But yes. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. Toodaloo, Jamie. Love you, girl. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're awesome. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And you know what else? Stay popping.